Coach Jeff here, and another rotational drill here, because you know I love rotation, right? So when you have rotation, we always talk about rotation, right? And your body is your machine, so we have to think more specifically, and we have to talk about spinal rotation, right? But you got your spine in some position here, and then it's going to rotate throughout the golf swing, okay? Well, the spine has some distinct sections. It has an upper body section, which we would define as the rib cage, has a lower body section, which we would define as your hips and your pelvis, right? And then you got a little bit of flexibility in the center section in here, the thoracic part of your spine, where you have some mobility, right? Okay, and so what you have to do in the golf swing is be able to work both the bottom and the top independently of each other, okay? We call that separation because they're on two different angles and planes, and that's not the easiest thing to do because, you know, typically when we start to rotate and turn, we turn everything together, right? But in the golf swing, you have to be able to turn them independently. They have to be able to work a little bit different. So what I'm going to do here is I just found this out of my garage. Hopefully I don't need it. Okay. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to work the lower half of my body first. So I'm going to hold the top square. I'm going to keep it, pointing forward and try not to move it. And then I'm going to turn my hips to the right, square, to the left, square, to the right, square, to the left, square, to the right, square, to the left. So I'm working on isolating. So the lower half of my spine is working independently of the upper half of my spine, okay? Now that was where I was separating out the bottom half, so now let's do the top half, okay? So now on the top half, I'm gonna put this down, and I'm gonna imagine that I got stuck in mud, concrete, whatever. I'm gonna hold my base as still as possible. I'm gonna try not to have any movement here, and then I'm gonna take my chest, and I'm gonna say, rotate away, rotate it back, rotate it away, rotate it back, okay? Well, I'm not gonna lie to you, I feel that, in the morning because I haven't got my spine all the way stretched out. So you think about it, when you come in, if your spine is not stretched out, how can you rotate? You really can't. So remember those two drills, right? Separate the base, okay? Separate the top, work on those, okay? And then once you do those for a little bit, okay, get your club in your hand, okay? Have them get the club in their hand and start working here. And as you start to bring the club back, you're gonna start to feel, okay, my base is rotating one pace, my upper body is rotating another. My lower body is rotating at one pace, my upper body is rotating another. My lower body is rotating at a pace. Here's my lower body here, here's my upper body here, right? So if you measure between those two, I don't know, 30, 35 degrees, something like that, doesn't really matter. But you see, they're not they're not rotating together, because if they rotate together, you really can't get the golf club on plane and you can't get to work. So work on your rotation drills, and I'll see you at the next video.